So I've got a small problem with my 2022 F350 with the 7.3 liter Godzilla V8. I was driving along and I noticed a slight vibration in the drivetrain, and then the check engine light came on. But I've got a scan tool here from King Bolden. If you are interested in the scan tool, I do believe you can pick this up on Amazon. Let's go ahead and plug this into the truck and see what we come up with. What the heck's going on? This truck's only got 3,200 miles on it, so let's go ahead and see. So this is how it looks after it powers up. It says something about the battery, the settings, DTC lookup. Let's go ahead and go right into diagnosis. I guess you gotta hit OK. It says mill status on, ignition type spark, mill status DTC. Okay, we know it's on. Read codes, stored codes, injection circuit open. Oh no, the injection circuit. Oh my god, let me look under the hood and see what the heck's going on. So that's a $07E8 before we pop under the hood. And let's see what let's look at some of this other stuff here. We've got live data, all data stream. Press and hold OK for 2 seconds. And there's all your data streams. It says load 20%, whatever that means. What happens if I rev the engine? Oh, it goes up. So it takes 20% of the load to just idle. When you rev it up, it changes. Pretty cool. So this is just a super affordable little tool that if you need something around, laying around to get a quick scan of a vehicle, then this is nice tools. It's not super expensive, and voltage 14.4 volts. Okay. Yeah, so this is just a basic scan tool, and this is just nice to have just for times like this. You check engine light. And then I guess I'll pop under the hood and see what I can find. Okay, looking up under the hood. Let's see, get up in here and see if anything jumps out at me. I don't see nothing. And wait a second. What the heck? The injector is unplugged. I wonder it's got a misfire. Well, I guess we'll clear that code. So, obviously, guys, this was all set up. Really, I just wanted to show you guys the scan tool, and the truck did not have a check engine light until I unplugged the injector. But the point of it is this happened to me one time before. I parked my truck in front of my house just like normal, and I got into my truck, started it up, and all of a sudden it ran horrible. It just had a horrible miss. It just wasn't right, and the check engine light was on, and I got super worried, and I went looking for my scan tool. I had an Acron, but I loaned it to somebody and didn't get it back. So I went to look for it, couldn't find it, so I didn't even have a scan tool to even look at it. I kind of peeked under the hood for a second, but didn't have time to really do anything else. So I ended up going to the dealership, and it cost me like $300. What happened is a rodent ate my injector wire, and it knocked out an injector. It probably knocked out quite a few, because the way this truck drove with just one injector knocked out, you really couldn't tell that. I mean, you barely could feel it. There's so many trucks that I've owned that probably are running on a dead cylinder, and they're just getting by. Like, it barely, maybe it's the 7.3 and all the power that it makes or whatever, but when that happened to that other truck that I had, it was incredibly bad. So I think whatever chewed up my injector wiring at the time maybe even took out like half the engine or something, because with just one cylinder missing, couldn't really tell too much that it was running bad at all. Or I mean, you can tell, but it didn't really affect the performance too much. So super good thing to have, not real expensive. If you just need to pull a code here and there, no, it can't do you know, the fancy stuff. It can't do a lot of the fancy stuff, but basic code reading, nice to have. Just in case. I mean, if something easy happens, maybe it's a wire that you can fix, or you know, something simple, then you can have a tool. So that is pretty much the gist of the video. I want to thank King Bolin for sending me this scan tool. It's the cheap entry-level one, and I think it would be something valuable to get if you do not have a scan tool on hand, just to pull a code if needed. So anyway, this is Sean. This is DS Trucks. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Over and out.